Let's try that. And there we go. There we go. So let's start again. Episode 26. Welcome. Ivan Miranda. How are you? Tinkers, how are you?
Hello.
Doing good. Of course, they missed all our jokes now.
Yeah. Oh, that's all right. They can rewind it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
and hear nothing again.
And hear nothing again. Oh, well, there you go. True professionals. Well, welcome Thierry, Steve Bartels, Thomas Moroz, welcome. Patrick is here. Aaron, you made it. Aaron, you weren't making it, but now you are. Thank you very much. Spike, how you going? Scrolly. That's it. Gone. Lovely. No Aussies. So apparently Wellbot's either dead or forgotten. Teresa, I'm not sure why. Her internet's been reset for the month, so she's literally got bandwidth for days. Minnesota Maker, g'day. Yeah, well, so it is. Mia, you're not working, which is interesting. That's good. Lee Johnson, thanks for the no audio prompt. And there we all are. So, what's been happening, gents? I hear there was some interesting chatter on Twitter today about gender. I haven't seen a thing. I just literally went through my notifications. It took hours.
I've read a little bit about.
You're talking about you guys.
You guys, is that what it was? So
yeah.
Okay. So there was a problem. Someone obviously has had a problem or mentioned that you guys is, I presume, unacceptable. Is that what's going on?
The people is saying that it's not gender neutral, or it is, depending on which side you stand on the matter.
Okay.
I need to know. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
I
would say hi guys being a generic sort of thing.
Yeah. Guys, girls, everyone.
And as several people pointed out, they've noticed that a lot of women do use guys amongst other women.
Yeah. Right.
But for some reason, it seems to be less acceptable for a guy to refer to a woman as guy in terms of a group.
Okay.
I mean, and I see it. I mean, I see it. I see it happen. I try and avoid it. If everybody in the room is not a guy, I try to use everyone. Or if they happen to all be ladies, I say, hey, ladies. But I think we're just ingrained to assume that guys is gender neutral. And I think it's just, we're transitioning away from that it's not acceptable as a gender neutral any longer. I mean, it's the power dynamic is changing.
Yeah.
So we should use everyone?
I like everyone. It's inclusive. It's genderless.
Yeah, make sure. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. It makes sense. I'm not sure. I understand the climate changes and terminology changes. I don't have a particular issue with it, but if the market says go this way, then you follow the market. But I'm not for just changing for the sake of change. Anyway, it was someone DM'd me and said, "Oh, part of your notifications are going to be this topic." None of them were. No, not a single one. Red Light, g'day, how are you?
You're on the right crowd.
Tom Filament Frenzy is here, welcome. That's it. See, Tom's doing all the behind the scenes research. I'm not going to tell you why.
What? About what?
I'll tell you afterwards. I've said enough.
You sound like a
What's that, Tinkers? Yes, infill. See, I had to fill in your text there, your voice, because it completely dropped off. But fortunately, I'm behind the scenes on Infill, so I have an idea of what's going on. Is Ian here? Ian is here. Hello, hello. We've got the whole other team listening. Other team? Whatever. And Ben Hawk 3D, there's lovely. All right. Well, it's lovely to have Tinkers here, and thanks for making the time at 5:30 in the morning. Much appreciated.
Yeah,
I almost missed
it's ultra early.
Yeah, well, you know, the world revolves around Ivan, so and that's why I was surprised.
Just because of Ivan. Great.
Yeah, that pretty much is.
It's not my fault.
It's his schedule. We literally do work around his schedule, and that's part of the deal, you know.
We did set a time in the summer, which was more or less nice for everyone.
Absolutely.
Daylight saving and winter has messed everything up.
Correct, because it used to be my 10:30 p.m. and then an hour one way my way and an hour his way. It became 2 hours.
It's complete mad.
So now it's 12:30 for me, which is again not a problem because I'm on Twitter till 3 a.m. most times anyway. So this is not really extraordinary.
But I imagine your neighbors thinking about why on earth are you talking this loud at this time at night? Who are you talking to?
Fortunately, concrete walls in an apartment block. You can't hear anything. So.
No, I don't think so.
So, JT, this is the end of the workday for you, right?
Yeah,
so
correct.
You already had your workday.
Yeah. So it's now 1:45 a.m.
Okay.
And you woke up like 2 or 3 hours before you usually do, I guess.
So now what I do is
I'm talking to Tinkers. Like,
Tinkers. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, only about an hour. I'm usually up in an hour from now.
Okay. So morning person.
Don't sleep much.
Okay.
Oh, well, we've got someone else in the chat who doesn't. Actually, two people that I know of in the chat who don't sleep much. Steve Bartels and Filament Frenzy. They don't seem to sleep terribly much.
Yeah.
Are you following
you
the
get up in the middle of the night?
Sorry.
Yeah, you get up in the middle of the night and you start, hitting on the Twitter, and people are like, "Do you ever sleep?" And it's like, "No."
Power napping. Steve, sorry, Stephen Bartels, you're not seeing the comments. What we're referencing? Ooh, can you elaborate? What comments we might be talking? Oh, I was talking about Twitter comments about the gender stuff. They were on Twitter today. If that helps with the commentary. Joe Paddock, g'day. How are you? Oh, there you go. Filament Frenzy. 45 minutes sleep last night.
Why? You need to sleep more to be alive. Just to be alive, not to perform like a regular human. To be alive, you need to sleep more than.
Yeah, but he's Superman.
Oh, and then
you don't need sleep.
That's the case. Yeah. You don't need to sleep.
45 minutes of sleep, and he's playing with explosives, right?
Correct. Yes. And he's got
safe.
And as far as I'm aware, he has all his digits.
Oh,
okay.
That's like woodworking and explosives. Like wherever you meet someone, you count.
Yeah, count the fingers. Boom, exactly. G'day, Jordan. How are you? Dasmia, how are the cats? The cats are good. In theory, they're asleep. In theory, I can't hear any running around anymore, so that's good. So that.
You got another cat.
Yes, I got another cat, or we got another cat. And for the first day and a half, it was terrible. First 2 days, it was terrible. Well, the established dominant pussycat decided that the new one has to go. So it was hissing and fighting, and it was unpleasant. I was very sad.
Yeah, but she surrendered.
Well, wasn't the plan to get the cat while you were in the States for
Yeah,
Murph?
yeah, correct. But so plans sometimes get accelerated when wives are involved.
Okay.
we're all nodding yes. When the wife says we're getting a cat, we say yes, ma'am. How high, or something like that.
2-meter cat.
Yeah, 2-meter cat. Speaking,
Huge cat.
it's a stacking cat. We'll get to that very soon. So yeah.
How do you say when you put those sticks in your legs to sit higher?
Stilts.
Stilts, yeah, cat on stilts.
Cat on stilts.
Still cat.
Ah, okay. So not Puss in Boots, Puss on Stilts.
Yeah, yeah, that's yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so in terms of Murph, the integration of the family should be done by then. So when I'm away for 7 to 10 days, my wife will be able to look after the fur babies pretty well, because there'll be a routine, and that was part of her argument.
So 7 to 10 days. What else are you going to be doing in the States?
Whatever I can. You got to remember that there's virtually 2 days travel each way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because of time zones
that
and
gives you. Right. So you're looking at 3 to 4 days on the ground, essentially.
Yeah, I'd aim to maybe be there by the Thursday. I don't really know what's happening. There was chatter that someone's going to make ribs or chicken or something on the Friday night. So I set a mental reminder: leave Australia early for the chicken.
Typically,
Why
there's a Thursday shindig, but I didn't hear any rumors of such a thing at this point.
Okay, well I'll possibly aim for the Thursday then. So
why did the Aussie cross the ocean? Because of the chicken.
Because of the chicken, yes. Chicken, as
So,
we say.
We do have a question in the chat from Filament Frenzy. Apparently, he wants to know my favorite protopasta material. So I figured I guess I'll answer that one. So I like natural. It's pretty understated, but it has this very nice, delicate sheen to it. So I like it just for its simplicity. So that's my favorite material, honestly.
Is there a preferred use case for that material?
Not really. I mean, I use it in a lot of places where white is called for, simply because we have so many glittery and metallic filaments that the subtle sheen of the natural almost acts like a glittery white, even though it has no glitter in it. So it plays off nicely. So like in 3D Maker Noob's heart planter that everybody's doing, the candy apple red with the natural on that would make a really great combination. I actually printed it in candy apple red and the electric lemonade, simply because the electric lemonade is new, but my preferred color would have been with the white on that one, with the natural.
Okay. And how many colors does Protopasta manufacture?
I want to say we're at 34 unique filaments, and that's not colors, because some of them, I want to say 34 is right, because we were at 33. We just did electric lemonade, so I want to say it's 34. I may be off by 1 or 2 there.
Sure.
But it's right in there.
Okay. Bart has made it. The 3D print man. Welcome.
Yay!
And James is here.
We
Sonic
are
Alchemy.
at 19.
Oh, there you go. Very good.
I see 20.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
looking at the YouTube at YouTube, not the
I'm going for 20. We'll take 20 any day of the week.
20. We have 20 now.
Okay. You're in
Welcome
Spain.
to the
You're getting shit internet. It's got to go.
Me?
Yeah. It's getting from here to the US, then to Spain.
Oh yes. That's.
He is Brandon is showing up crusty on the screen. That's great.
Yeah. That's a bit unfortunate. Spanish numbers, Jordan's saying.
The living mobile, I accept the fact that I'm going to have bad internet, which is why I don't do a lot of live stuff.
Yeah. Well, you look, the majority of your life is not revolving about, internet or video capable internet. Obviously, you're
Right.
you're
Right.
prolific on Twitter.
Right.
So now,
You could
go
do,
on.
Twitter with a
Internet
bot.
itself is crucial. It's just the video aspect, not.
What was that in English?
To whom you are asking?
To Tinkers. I missed it completely.
Oh,
Yeah.
where's my home?
No. I missed literally what you said. I think you said Prussia.
Just that, internet is required for what I do because of the type of style I'm living. It's just like you said, video quality internet is not.
Yeah.
I need a connection. It just doesn't have to be the best one.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Tin can and string. Lovely.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
That's good.
I'll pluck that string as fast as I can.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I did see something. 3D Printing Llama, g'day. I did see a question. Oh, that's right. Right, Spike, I'll announce it. Anyone in the UK that needs a techie, Spike got laid off this week. Or last week.
What?
So, Spike lost his job. He got made redundant.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the JAYTEE recruitment agency in full swing right now.
Yes.
Hmm.
He should send his resume so we can read it aloud in here. Yeah, we provide a service.
Or we could just post the link.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think we can sell it better than if it is read. Like we can say how good his skills are, and we can go deep into them and explain them to whomever can hire him. Like we could do a very good sales job.
We could. Will we?
Much better than giving a link.
No. But no. That's not being harsh. That's just the reality. Our 20 viewers are not going to be able to employ Spike.
Are you
We're at
sure?
23 according to my screen.
Oh, okay, 23. 23 would be the biggest number we've ever had. Thanks, Tinkers.
Yes, it is. Yes. That's the Tinker's bump.
So,
and 3D Guzna.
what do you make
Speaking
that?
of people who don't sleep, 3D Guzna is in the house. Oh,
So
I think
looking at
3D.
your
I think 3D
number-
Guzna doesn't sleep. Correct me if I'm wrong, bud.
The 10-second delay.
Yeah, of course, mandatory.
Yeah, mandatory. But regarding the numbers, I did look at your videos and I was like, well, let's see how many they got. Can we make this the biggest episode or not? And then I saw your first episode. You had like 200 and some people for your first episode.
Really?
In terms of, I think it was a view count after the fact, I think. So
Right, okay.
your
Yes.
first video has your biggest view count. And I was like, well, we're not going to reach that. I mean, we can hopefully reach above the average, but we're not going to get that big number.
So we went down from the first one. Like we are doing worse and worse.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, the first one was your best one. I don't know what happened. We gotta beef it up. Let's pump it up.
Yes.
I know what happened.
Let's start taking out our shirts. No.
We got cocky. That's what happened. We got cocky. The fame went straight to our heads.
Yeah. Where's my trailer?
Yeah,
I want my
exactly.
trailer.
And the gold star.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Just quickly looking. Okay. Oh, now we're swearing in multilingual. Actually, she's not actually swearing. Das mehr. And Teresa's not here, so.
I don't remember much German, but I don't think she's swearing.
No. I knew. I was joking.
Bradford.
Okay.
3D Customer says he sleeps.
What's that? Sorry.
Yeah, the 3D customer says that he sleeps.
Okay.
Wherever any time he.
All right.
can.
So no issues. Lovely.
Yes.
Okay. So this week we had a challenge. We had a a challenge. Now, let me just point out that the winner will not be decided tonight.
No.
We have to come up with some form of standardization, bell curve, normalization, whatever you want to call it, for these stacked objects, because some of them are really tall but have a few pieces. Others are not as tall but have many pieces.
We should add an impressiveness index.
Ah, okay. Impressiveness index. All right. Well, funnily enough,
I'm Spanish. I can say whatever you want.
Yeah. Jordan in the comments actually made a reasonable statement on Twitter. 1 point for every piece that's used, and an additional point for a unit height. 4 inches, 6 inches, 10 inches, 12 inches, whatever we agree. Okay.
Why are we using inches? Why are we using inches? This is a 3D printer.
Thank you. Because the majority of us here, if not almost everybody here, is metric.
Yes.
You would be the only one that is
that could complain.
Yeah. I think I used the term "how quaint" when inches was spoken of. But yes, we get the gist. Guzna, it was 0.0068 grams, I believe. Yes, metric everywhere. And Thierry, being inclusive, has used a dual measuring tape. I think Patrick did as well. And I think Mia might have as well. We'll go through. So,
are they buying those tapes just for the challenges, or did they have it beforehand?
No. But all of these people are metric normally. They'd have to go out of their way to. Every tape. Oh, hang on. Yeah, mine's dual.
Yes, mine's are on. I have a ruler that is both. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I have metric.
Yeah, I have one of those. Yes.
This one is. This is from when I did my printing apprenticeship. So that little red dot was actually to notify everyone that it was my ruler and piss off. All right. Oh, look, fancy.
Oh.
Tinkers has got cubits on his. Cubits.
What's a cubit?
I don't know. Ian's saying that everything is dual in Scotland. Interesting. Martin Hawks, g'day. Oh man, come on. What's the count?
24.
Yeah, all right. I was going to say that's got to be a record. All right.
25.
25. Okay. 25. All right. Let's show some prints. All right. This looks like Thierry's because I know what's on the bottom stack. So
those are master tools on the bottom, right?
No, they're not. They're ice hole covers. So when you go ice fishing, instead of dropping your phone down the ice hole, you cover it with a print, and Thierry sells them. So, and someone stole his design within a week on Facebook. Anyway, so that's looking like I'm going to call it 6 and a bit feet, which would be 1.8 meters, but there's probably a value somewhere. Let's actually hover over the thing. Come on. Oh yeah, 181. Maker's Muse Christmas tree on the top, torture tree. So that's pretty good. Automatically disqualified because there's no ruler there. No, only joking. What else have we got? All right, this is Patrick's. Can't see the actual measurement. Let me escape out of here.
Patrick.
Daffodil doesn't say. Doesn't matter. But most importantly, Wellbot's in the picture.
Oh yes.
We'll get a measurement.
35.
We'll get a measurement off Patrick. If he's still in the chat, he can tell us. Oh no, that's yours, Mia.
Yeah.
My apologies.
That's not Patrick.
Oh, sorry. I read Patrick at the top, and I made a wrong assumption. because your next
Yeah,
one
roll up.
said
Roll up.
this one is more worthy. Right.
Yes.
Now I've got it. And this is why I shouldn't be in charge.
Yeah, and Mia is using a folding ruler.
Yes.
Which I think is hilarious. I haven't seen one of those made.
Okay, so this one includes the Wellbot, includes Black Cat, lovely, Lego or Duplo equivalent blocks, and there's a lot of pieces in there. Oh, I hate it when it does that.
Yeah.
Lot of pieces in there. That's good. And this is why we need to work out some form of standardization.
I think she should get extra points going narrow down so low. She went narrow and then went wide again. I think she should get extra points for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is why decisions will not be made today.
No.
She's saying 99.5 centimeters. Ricky Tanner,
99
g'day. Yep, and there is one that's 128, which was, that one's 99.5. This one was the 128. This one's the 128. Flip. So that one's the 128. Cool. Lovely. All right. Next one. Oh, this is a Mia. This one is, I've thrown it in the middle. It doesn't matter that it's in the middle, but look at this beauty. This is a 3D printed daffodil with an LED in the middle. Mia rules. Mia rules JTOG again. Honestly, we should call this the Das Mia and Graphite show.
Yeah, they should have a section, part of the show.
Special segment.
Yes.
This week on Das Mia and Graphite. So yeah, that is just bloody awesome. There was a translucent one. Seriously, go look at Das Mia's Twitter account, and you'll see some incredible things. All right, we'll give this one an A for effort because it's benchies, but they're stacked on their chimneys, which you don't normally see. Normally, people stack them roof to roof, and then bottom to bottom. So that's actually quite a fair effort.
See, again, that gives the difficulty bonus.
Yeah, style points and
Yes.
difficulty for sure. So that's 3D Tanny. Here's literally why I had to come up with the sort of normalization method because Richard Rowan was instantly going to kick people's asses just because of the volume of large prints that he does. It's and they're just sitting on top of each other, minding their own business.
How tall is that one?
I don't
Do we
actually
know?
know, so that was automatically disqualified as well. Because I'm an ass. But look, and because of an illusion, when I first saw this, I thought it started on the yellow one. I thought the yellow one was on the grass, but it's not.
Oh.
It's sitting, there's a white one on the wooden, then there's a black one or black two, then there's the yellow one. So it's actually taller than what I initially thought.
Okay.
This one was Jordan's best effort of stacking. What he had was a print that was about to fail, so he stuffed a little cube. He stuffed a little cube under there, and he's calling that a stack. But it solved his printing problem.
Oh yes.
It's a bit of fun. Hey, Maya Makes. Did I say hi to Ricky? I think I said hello to Ricky. If I didn't, hello, Ricky Tanner.
26.
26, lovely. All right. So this one is a skewed view. There's a couple of entries here. This one seems to be the most appropriate because it's a continuous stack, except for this little thing here. This looks like it might be multiple pieces. The next one is obviously multiple stacks here. So effectively we'd have to count and then divide by 3 if it was a triangular type stack. These are definitely multi-parts, but it's okay. It's all good fun. So that one's a better looking one, and this is the universal tape measure, which is wonderful.
Yeah, see the 3 pieces or the 3 stacks together. I don't think that should actually go against them because originally when I saw the competition, I was like, then build a pyramid and get your tip of your pyramid the highest because as long as it's all stacked, I don't see that it needs to be a single stack. I don't think was a single stack
No.
pointed out.
Well,
No, that's
well,
true. The only thing or comment I made in the rules was that we're taking into account the number of pieces. So
Right.
the pyramid would naturally win, actually,
yes.
because it's got a
Right.
base and then the fill, and you're not going to stack it up, but that's all right. See you, Jordan. Yeah, so not a criticism, just observation. All right, this is a little bit random, but it's touching on the 3D printed motorbike that we showed once before. So Thierry's
Oh,
actually
that's the winner.
found
That
yeah,
one wins.
this one stands up by itself and everything, except the guy's holding it up and it's got things. But no, this is just another 3D printed multi-part. So there's all your multi-parts. 43 days worth of printing. So that's the chassis of the bike.
On a Prusa, if I remember right.
Yeah, exactly. So electric motorcycle, blah, 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 66 components on a Prusa, 2.5 kilometres of CPE, 43 days. So it sort of looks like the 3D printing nerd Formula One car made out of multicoloured chunks. But boy, does it paint up well.
Yeah, it did paint up nicely.
Yes.
All right, next random. This is Cat 3D. This isn't part of the challenge. This is just an interesting test print that she did. First dual color test on her CraftBot 3. Someone tagged it, so it makes the cut.
Hey, it's supposed to be stacked.
Actually, funny
Yes.
you should say that. There you go. That is the
That
droid
counts.
you're looking for.
That's
Well,
an
yes, it
entry.
does count. Yeah.
We don't have anything for scale. It could be huge.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is Kathy Spud01AU. So no other Aussies in the chat other than me. So, but by the by, so there's I've got an idea of how tall that is because that box there is a Cocoon Touch or Cocoon Create box of filament. They also make a natural Tinkers. So when you said natural, I knew instantly sort of what the indicative colour was because I have about 3 rolls of that natural, which is that little light colour just there on the box. So yeah, so I'm not assuming she's trying to treat those all as being a single stack, but it's a stack. This is of course one of the problems. We've all got ceilings, so and the likes of Thierry and Jordan aren't going outside at -40.
But they could have the advantage of the parts being stuck together by humidity itself, like
yes,
frozen.
yes. Except we did say the only thing
it's against the
was
rules.
gravity and friction. I don't think sticking by ice is friction.
But that's incidental. Like they didn't do it intentionally.
It's still good fun.
When we first did it, I was originally planning to go out on top of the roof of the RV and stack from there, and just build up to the top of the RV and then keep stacking once I was on top of the roof. And
that would have been a good idea.
But
I had to get up on a chair just to keep stacking mine.
Oh, on yours? Yeah.
Yes.
I think I don't even know if I've got yours in here, to be honest. Thierry's chuckling. Just spray some water on it, and it doesn't matter if it's boiling water; it'll freeze.
It doesn't. Did you know that there are lots of people showing up in the ER because they are getting burned by their boiling water experiments?
Oh, really? I saw one guy.
Yeah,
I saw one. Hold on. Let us flick the camera back. I saw one guy flick it over his head, and the arc kept going, and it hit him in the back of the legs. It wasn't funny, but it looked funny.
Or people throwing at each other the water. It's boiling water. You will have 2 things happening. You will burn yourself, and then it will freeze in your face while you are burned. It's the worst case scenario. Like you cannot do it worse.
Thierry's got it. Darwin Awards.
Yes.
Yes, Stephen, idiots, exactly. All right, back. Switcherama. Did
I
that
will
one?
search for.
All right. Oh, this one. This one. Thierry shot this across. This is a video, but it's there's no audio, but it's worth the 90 seconds. I'll give you a rundown. So this dude is making a profile out of coat hanger or wire. All right. So this profile is going to be used on an analog 3D printing type device. So screws in the template, clay, syringe with clay,
Okay.
gravity fed, perpetual motion machine in making, not really. Alright, and now it's operating by weight. But what does this thing do? It 3D prints.
It's gonna make a vase based on its shape. Okay.
Yeah. So the wire is the outer shape of the
correct
of the base.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's pretty
really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
You know, you're not getting your 100 millimeters a second, but boy. Yes, like cutting a key. Stephen. Graphite Tommy is here. Graphite, I forgot to I forgot to put your eyeballs in, those freaky eyeballs. I forgot them to put in the rundown. Oh, next segment. We're dedicating Graphite a segment to you and Dasmia each week, since you guys are prolific.
Yes, we might leave this to you completely. Like we won't show up.
Yeah, that's it'll be the Dasmia and Graphite show. All right. So what else? What else has been happening? What's your failure?
For my entry.
Okay, now.
Not an entry. I was searching for it.
Oh, let me. Hang on. I can put you two on screen. I don't know how this is going to work. Oh, there we go. That'll do. Yep. So that was 2.6, 2.2.
Yeah, 2.6. Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah, just by stacking leftovers.
Yeah, broken parts, failed prints, spaces.
No, those are not. No, they are leftovers from projects. They are good parts, but for projects that are not projects anymore.
Okay, so medium tank.
Yes.
Yeah.
part of the already not so big tank.
Yep. Not so.
The floaty thing that I put on the sea, and yes, a couple of projects.
Okay. Now, when we talked about last week's challenge, and we got Mia to weigh her benchy, which we knew was very, very light, and Tinkers was the first to point out it was like 30 cents or 35 cents worth of gold. We were going, woohoo! We can afford this on our, and that maybe now Ivan can get his trailer because we didn't spend it all on gold.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're doing some posting out anyway of various things, yes?
What?
You're doing you're posting out some tubes.
Oh yes. That's this in here was the last part.
Okay. So, go on.
I will show it. I will try to not sneeze.
Yes, don't sneeze. Mia,
Very
you watching?
carefully.
You watching? Actual gold. So
this is gold, 24 carats gold, 150 grams. You can buy gold through the internet. It's
from the same place you buy particular pills.
Yeah, no.
No, no. Oh,
That
okay.
was both on Amazon.
Oh,
But
okay. Oh, good. Yes.
Yeah, it's utterly, it's extremely expensive for the amount of gold.
Oh,
Like
of
you're
course.
paying a lot of more money for the packaging, the idea, and the shipping than for what's inside.
Yes.
But it is gold,
It
and
is
it's
gold.
more gold in there than the weight of the Benchy.
By factors of a lot.
No. It's I think a little bit more than twice the weight of the Benchy.
Didn't you just say it was 150 grams?
No, 150 grams.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's
I think
150 milligrams.
Milligrams.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to go back
This-
and see if you said milligrams, because I forgot.
This is not.
Yeah, okay,
There's
that's
nothing
fine.
here.
That's
It's-
okay.
There is between this and this empty. There is no difference at all. if the buoyancy, if I warm it up a bit, is going to be bigger than the weight of the gold inside.
Okay, good. All right, so milligrams. Everything's including your pills are measured in milligrams. The active ingredient.
Yeah, the active ingredient. Not
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
Yeah. How much is it the kilogram of gold? How much would it be? Like 100 and.
Well,
Let me-
1 gram was 35 euros, so 3,500 euros. Oh, it was 35,000 euros. Hang on, that can't be right. 35,000 euros? No.
No, that's the kilo.
Well, there's 1,000 grams in a kilo.
Let me gold price. There is
Gold price.
a website called Gold Price.
Tinkers, pull out a bar of gold and tell us how much it cost.
Yes. How much
Oh,
did you
God.
pay for it?
Bar of gold, I think it was $35 an ounce, and then I had to convert it to grams, of course, because well. Let's see.
Per gram is
Gold
$42 per gram.
$42 per gram. Yeah, $42 per gram.
Yeah. 150 grams would have been, that would have made some damage.
So a kilo is 42,000.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Shit.
It's not that much. Like if you have, but the thing is, if in your life, if in your life, your most expensive wish is to have 1 kilo of gold, is something that you can have. Like it's not like wanting a McLaren P1 or a Ferrari or a yacht.
You're not wishing hard enough, is what you're saying.
Yes. You should wish for a ton of gold.
Totally. Absolutely. There's some awesome
Imagine-
ducktail gifs on Twitter where he's swimming through the gold coins.
Yeah, which seems to be. I think I've seen some like physics video, and it's really painful to swim on coins or just diving into coins.
It's like Amy Double D on the Lego piles. She was sitting on Legos, and she's got all these Lego bruises, like big piles of Legos.
Yeah.
Huge.
That's you should do like the fakirs, like lay down completely and absolutely flat, like just to not be hurt by the Lego.
What was that word again?
Fakir?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. I'm gonna.
I will search. Sure, I will search for the translation. Like I thought it was the
No.
I say that's the exact Spanish word.
I don't know, but I'm going to grab that little phrase and dub it over you, and you'll be banned.
It's the same name.
Yes, I know, but it's your pronunciation that's awesome.
How do you say it?
I have no idea. All I heard was fuck. Beep. That's it.
You are too picky. You are too picky
I
with that
am
word.
too picky. Yes.
It's only a word.
Yeah, it is only a word. But it needs to be inclusive. You must remember, we can't say that anymore.
And here I was worried I was going to be the one that was going to, make this worse than Teresa's video.
Oh,
but
no.
It's
No. Well, that's the first time I've actually sworn on the stream. It took me 26 episodes, but that's actually the first F-bomb I've ever done, but it was worth it.
Okay.
What did Google say?
Fakir.
It's not any better.
Yeah.
No, it is not.
Show me the spelling. Show me the spelling. Oh, fakir. Okay. As opposed to there. We do it here. Here, not there. Fakir, not there. Okay, got it.
Fakir.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How I do it? Well, you've come in at the
I've
best time. How I do it?
I've seen an episode of The Late Show where Stephen Colbert talks about some Russian guy, which surname is Fuchs.
Fuchs?
And yeah, CBS made him put Fuchs on screen whenever he was telling the word. So they were made sure that it wasn't the other word.
Yes.
The word that everyone believes. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And
okay.
yeah.
Good. Jordan, okay, fuck you, you too. Okay, good. Well, that was fun. Teresa's going to be spewing. She is going to be livid that she's missed out on this because she would have gone mental in the comments.
Do you mean she's going to be mad that she missed the fakir?
Yes, correct.
I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, it's all okay.
Well,
funnily enough, when Tinkers and I were DMing the other day about getting him on, he actually proposed that why don't we have a podcast, an actual podcast. Now, I know you call the stream a podcast, Ivan.
I don't know what this is.
This is a stream, okay? But he did say, from a point of view of people doing housework or driving or whatever, they don't need to see our ugly mugs necessarily, right? And they can deduce from whatever we're saying what's going on. I listened to some tech stuff, so watch out, everybody. The JTOG podcast might be a thing on your podcast-friendly store.
Gary said, "Great for work." See,
Tinkers
awesome
will
for
not
work.
have the bandwidth issue.
Yeah, true. Because we could just do audio. Well, we would record the video because we're doing the stream, but use the audio from the stream as a podcast was the plan. So we might look into that.
Describe everything we see. We will be describing all the time. Like there is a big pile of 3D printed parts.
Yes, and there's a red one. Exactly. Correct. Yeah. Correct.
It's very tall and wide, and it's almost to the ceiling of this guy's house, which has shoes on the floor. And at the back there is a countertop with a vase with flowers on it, and there is a painting.
What is the countertop made of?
It's marble, fake marble.
Oh, quartz. Okay.
Very thick fake marble.
Lovely.
Yes.
All right, we have some valid points in here. We couldn't do the weekly print updates, which is true.
I think
but very distracting.
Yeah.
We couldn't do too many. Yeah. Well, that's true.
I mean, there's going to be you're going to lose something. You're going to lose something in the podcast. But for the most part, most of the material is audio only. And so if somebody needs to see something, they can always go back and pick up the video later because, that print sounded really cool. I want to see what they were actually talking about. And they can then go pick up the view of the video. But in terms of getting overall people watching or listening, overall touching a larger audience, I think doing the podcast allows people that are either A, at work, or B, driving, or any of those things. One of the things I do is quite often I've got this Bluetooth headset in and I'm listening to a podcast while doing other things, and people, it's just sitting there so that I can be on the phone.
Yeah. And
I can do a podcast. So we can without engaging you 100%. So, it just gets a little audience. Now, if they need to see it, they can go back and watch the video portion later.
Sure. No, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan's saying he did. Yeah. So he gets audio only. Doesn't everyone say?
I mean, the audio only started for me driving. I'd put YouTube videos on my phone, put
Now
the
it's
phone,
a
of course,
podcast.
face down, so I'm not watching it.
Ivan's just made
Now
it.
it's a stream.
It's a podcast.
Podcast stream.
That's some mighty nice. That's some mighty nice paper towel you got there, buddy. Yeah, I could tell by the ripples.
But this is very high quality.
Yeah, of course. It's Spanish. Where was it?
Spanish.
Where was it
Yeah,
stolen
Spain.
from?
Very good, very good.
Very
Nice.
good. Yes. So yes, we could do a podcast. That's very true. Or edit the audio. We'd need the explicit tag after today's little effort. But that would only have because you can't put a podcast out without swearing if you don't put the explicit tag on it.
There is no swear words.
Fakir.
Fakir. No!
Fuck there.
No, Fakir is the guy with the towel on the head, laying on the bed of nails.
Okay. Good. Fuck him.
You can say, you can put the Spanish guy tag.
Okay. All right. You're good. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's warning, Spanish guy talking kind of English. And people, yeah.
Yes, I am doubling down. Stephen, are you happy that you joined us this evening or this morning? Because Stephen DM'd me 2 hours ago and he said it's 4 a.m. and I can't sleep. And I said, come join us. He said, all right. So there you go. Absolutely. He's having a ball.
And now what? Now what?
Anyway.
Yes. Now
can,
you say, you know how to pronounce Fakir in Spanish?
yes, frig is fine. Freaking. Look, I don't. In a public forum, I typically don't swear. I don't even. I think I've used the F word twice, other than FFS for when I do a typo on Twitter and I can't edit it. But I've used F twice in almost 16,000 tweets. I looked the other day just to see how bad I was. So
Yeah, see, there I was going to go with that. The forking shirt balls. We talked about that.
yes,
before.
correct, and that's exactly why I use that GIF. There is a GIF on Twitter with Kristen Bell, and it says "Holy forking shirt balls." So it's a really, really good way of conveying your joy over something.
Okay.
Thierry's saying he never used to swear, but being in the trade, he sort of succumbed to peer group pressure. That's what it is, peer group pressure. Yes, holy mother forking shirt balls. That's it, Dasmia. Dasmia is the GIF girl, except I did hashtag GIF girl the other day and it's been taken by other GIF girls. I want something just for Mia because she pulls out the best GIFs all the time.
Oh, the little green chick that was walking and fell on his face was hilarious.
Oh, today, yes, shuffle. I don't know what the context was, but I saw it as part of my 1,002 notifications.
Oh, you made 1,000.
Yeah, I actually put a call out. I said, look, I'm at 997. Can I get a couple more likes, please? That was my day. It was just terrible today. Yes. She's got all the thank you gifts. Yes, and the curtsying Snow White, and the happy dwarves or the embarrassed dwarf, and the SpongeBob, and the woman spitting out the coffee. That one's the classic. Thank you, Thierry. Yes, Jordan and I did have a fun a GIF-only conversation the other day. We're literally on Twitter. We were answering with a GIF, and it actually made sense. Until someone interrupted.
Internet.
Who interrupted us? I want to
Not
say
me?
it was either Wellbot, or it was Tinkers, or it was I can't remember who it was. I'll blame Tinkers because he's here.
Me. Oh.
Bashus, how are you?
Yay!
Oh, we lost Tinkers. We lost you there for a minute, bud.
I'm in chat.
Oh, we've got who's your carrier? Just as a matter of interest?
Oh, right.
Verizon, okay.
Right.
We'll blame them.
Well,
Oh,
G'day.
this video is not sponsored by Verizon.
Correct.
if we asked them for sponsorship, it'd improve in quality, I bet.
Yeah. G'day, Matt. Jake from State Farm. How are you? What's the current count? I am interested.
We've been hovering at 24, 23 for quite some time.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
What do we got? What's the time? Oh, we're almost done. Have we got a challenge?
Yeah, I was thinking about one before, but I don't think if it makes sense.
Okay, we'll think about it. Don't say it then if it doesn't make sense. Oh, okay.
It may. But
okay, go.
No, the thing is, try to get, like, instead of stacking vertically, try to get the longest overhang, like from a table or something like that. Try to pile the longest pile of things, making an overhang, and measure the overhang.
Oh, okay. So what's holding the first print down to the table?
Gravity. Again, no glue, no tape, no anything.
Wow.
There is a great video on Vsauce that shows that, demonstrates that you can get an infinite overhang with a sufficient amount of equal parts, like sticks or anything. You can stack them so you can get any overhang that you want.
Okay.
But as the farther you get from the table or whatever, the hardest it is. And
of course.
the more parts.
You're not going to get far though, surely.
No, depending on the parts.
I think this needs to be a video because we're going to be able to laugh at it falling. I mean, it's going to be an impressive fall. So I think we should do a video on this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
we should ask for. Yeah, no, it will be fine to have an edited video of the attempts because there are going to be a lot of them.
Okay. I've seen it done with coins. I've seen
Yes.
with many coins before.
But this requires a different kind of printed part, like tall and thin, like, or cylinders are not going to do well on the overhang challenge.
No. So
Flat and long. Good.
flat and long. Okay.
For example, failed prints, like prints that fail in the first half a centimeter or 1 centimeter, but that are very wide, those are good for that.
So, but you're going to need very, very long prints.
If you want to win.
Oh, okay. If you want to win.
Yeah, but we need to give challenges that require different sets of printed parts, of skills or resources, so everybody can win.
Yeah, true.
We are rigging it every week.
All right.
For a different person to win.
So to make it, does it make it easier or harder if it is, say, the width of, say, icy pole stick or popsicle stick? So very long but thin, and maybe
Yeah, that would help a lot.
yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Okay.
So what about those of us that print like this? Like this. See if I can get it show here.
We'll get Ivan to translate that. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That if the parts are interlocking because you did print Legos that are exactly for that exact challenge, that's good.
Oh, so we're allowing. Well, it is friction.
Yeah.
That's
and if it's friction or interlocking or whatever, or even if it is clamped to the table by the 3D printed part itself with no other components, that's allowed.
Oh, 3D printed clamps. Uh-oh. Now we're getting teeny.
But the clamps cannot have rubber bands or screws or lead screws or anything.
Jordan's asking me to check Twitter. All right, hold on.
He has
you guys talk amongst yourselves. Although you guys are about to see my, not that it matters, Twitter. That's Tinkers.
Thierry has already posted the formula that gives you how far can you get from the table with equally shaped parts. We have, yes. Okay.
You guys can see that.
I'm watching what you are doing.
I know.
And nobody's seeing it.
I know. I'll try and put it into. I'll try and put it over to there. Does that work?
We have our first contender.
Hang on. I don't think I can actually do what I'm trying to do.
Airlink says if the clamps can have 3D printed screws, yes, whatever is 3D printed is allowed, no matter what. But it has to be 3D. If you print with flex filament to make a rubber band, that's allowed. And yes.
All right. Let me see if that actually helps.
Clamp by friction or what? Yeah, that's allowed.
All right. So this
is position right now.
Jordan's got a sneaky idea, but he's got something holding his little very happy blue drag chain. So the drag chain is good because he's got it going the opposite direction, which means it's not going to. I think he's got it going the opposite direction. Hang on.
No.
Yeah, that's. Oh no. That's the exact reverse. That would actually fall down if it wasn't so tight. I've printed those drag chains before. That's actually not a bad idea, but is that within the rules?
Yeah. There are only 3D printed parts in there.
Yeah, I know, but you said stacking one object on top of another. Well, what's happening here?
Yeah, but we allowed friction.
Okay.
So as long as it is 3D printed and there is no other object or material in it, the longest overhang, horizontal overhang, wins.
Okay. Aaron, good evening, good morning. Sorry, go to bed at 8:30 in the morning. Well done. Ian. Oh, okay, so Ian actually asked about the clamps and screws while I was looking at pictures. Weight is 3D printed. Just looking.
In fact, this would be ideal if a 3D printed design part is designed so it gets narrow in its print, so you reduce the weight and the resistance of the part as you get further from the table.
Okay. All right. Well,
something you can scale down like 20% each print, so you can get the farthest from the table.
Yeah. Dasmea said happy chain. The chain was very happy. Yes, happy chain.
Yeah. Now people is wondering, why did you say that the chain was happy?
He's just happy. He's happy because he hasn't fallen down.
It reminds you of a half smile, maybe?
Yes, correct.
Yes, that's
exactly it. Half a smile.
Yeah, I cannot say fakir, but you can say happy.
Chris Mayhew, hello. Yeah, exactly. There are rules for one and rules for another. So there is no equality. Isn't that right, guys?
Not touching that one.
Yeah.
To help.
My Legos are falling apart.
Yes. Smile, sure. Yes, exactly.
And he's going to pull her.
It's all good. Versus a resting chain. Okay. Why not, Jordan? You could, if you want to design a print to win, sure. If you design something that excels and wins, go for it.
Yeah, but no glue. There cannot be any foreign objects that are not 3D printed in the thing.
But
no glue, no nails, no screws.
But we can do Lego style interlocking.
Yes, interlocking of parts, friction locking of parts. That's allowed. No fasteners, no glue, no screws, no clamps, no anything. If it is 3D printed, it's allowed.
Ah, so you could do a clamp if it's 3D printed. If you print a fastener for 3D printed. Yeah, I was going to say then you can download, or Even Tinkercad can do a thread.
Yep.
But it's not going to be round.
Yeah, it's round enough. I've printed a 14mm thread for an IKEA lamp, so I could hang the lamp without its base. I literally did. I made a 14mm threaded 1mm pitch or whatever it was, 1.5mm pitch, and I made a hole in the back of it so I couldn't put a hook. So I made a work lamp out of an IKEA light. So I took it off its vertical base because it was a lamp shade like this. Whoop. And I just used the little bit and hung it upside down. So
Nice.
that was about the do square threads work? Yes. So octagon threads work really well. This is Thierry, who decided that Tinkercad was a little bit of fun. Anyway. All right. Are we calling it? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, calling it?
Yeah.
Done?
People is not paying attention anymore. They are already...
They're already planning the overhanging cantilever print thing.
Yes. Yeah, Fusion 360 is running at full steam, and people are like thinking and planning, grabbing the box of discarded prints. Like, they are not here anymore.
No? All right.
There is nobody watching.
Fair enough.
They bailed. They're gone.
All right. All right. Lady and gents. Normally it's ladies, but lady and gents, thank you very much. Am I allowed to say lady and gents after today's fiasco? Everyone! People, good. Yes. Homo sapiens. All of you.
And Neanderthals. You never know.
Yes.
Fakirs of the world.
Yes.
Inclusive.
Yes. Genderless folk. Yes. All right, that's it. We're being ridiculous now. Ending. Muting. End screen.
Bye.
Now, be very careful when you... Oh, why is that not working? That works. The audio's still on, so be careful what you say.
The fakir thing, I don't get.
Okay, muting now.
I don't know how to pronounce fakir.
Goodbye all.